那我们下一位，
Nice
他已
and
经
fast.
move。OK，那我们下一位就是来自加拿大的莫凯西同学，掌声欢迎。
Okay, hi everybody. Whoa, so many people. Today let's discover a little bit about Nicaragua. So, as a main question, I would like to know if there's anything you know about Nicaragua, which actually is not. It's not an African country. I've been told this so many times. Anything?
Central America? Or?
Yes, Central America. So we can go from Taiwan all the way to Central America. We're a small country in the middle Central America, but actually we're 3.6 times Taiwan. And even though we're such a small country, we're the biggest one in the whole region, like from here to here. But quite interesting that we have so much land and we only have 7 million people. So I think it's nice to buy land, I don't know. This is a pretty common question that I get asked. How do Nicaraguan people look like? Do you guys look the same? Maybe sometimes they look a white person from there and they say, why is this person white? Or maybe there's a black person, why is this person black? Well, let me tell you, there are many kind of people in Nicaragua. Mainly we have the 69% were mestizos. This means like it's a mix from Spanish who conquered us and the local people, indigenous. Then we also have a small percentage of white people, 17%, and 9% being black people. This is black people, they're in this area. There's a lot of big concentration in this area. And actually they do not speak Spanish as their main language. They have some Creole English and many dialects. And then we have indigenous. Sadly, it's a pretty small percentage, different with maybe Guatemala or Honduras, where they have big percentage of indigenous people. We only have 5%. Then, okay, I'm going a little bit quick. We're called land of lakes and volcanoes, and this is because in Nicaragua we have two big lakes. We have usually this green part that actually should be blue. This is the biggest freshwater lake in Central America, and actually is one of the few lakes where you can find sharks. Interesting. It's been a while since people don't see sharks there, but I'm sure there are some. And also this is the second big lake in here. And well, volcanoes, why? Because in Nicaragua, such a small country, we have 25 volcanoes. And in these 25 volcanoes, there is the youngest one in the region. It came out in 1850, and this is an interesting volcano because it's a black sand volcano where people usually go there to do sandboarding. So one of the most interesting activities in Nicaragua to do in a volcano is just hike it and then just surf down. And then as a fun fact, in 2020, there's this guy, I think he's an American or Canadian. He likes to do extreme things. And one day, it was all over the news that he was going to walk over the entire rock, like on the volcano. And this is a volcano that is active. You can see lava there. So he prepared for weeks, and he just was walking there. And his wife, who is also an acrobat, she was doing some acrobatic movements on top of the volcano. Of course, this was all over the media and on national TV because like why? Why would you do this? But this is great because there was a lot of attention toward the countries, so we could have more people can know more about us. And then, well, our food. Honestly, this is my favorite part. I think many people travel to try the food of other countries, right? In Nicaragua, our food is basically made of corn, cheese, and beef. This sounds pretty nice, actually. Um, yeah, but it's interesting because you think about corn, and the first thing you think about is what? A tortilla? Yeah, right. But in Nicaragua, we put corn in everything. You want cookie? Corn. You want I don't know anything corn. So you see, basically these are rosquillas, and it's a cookie made of cheese and corn, and then you put some candy on top. It sounds weird, but trust me, it's the best one. Then we have these. This looks like a tortilla, but it's not. It's called guirila, and it's made of the corn when it's kind of new, like it's not dried yet. And yeah, we eat this with cheese because we love cheese. We have so many kinds of cheese, you can even imagine that. And with cream, of course. Then something new for Taiwanese, I guess. We love to eat salty beans. So we eat basically gallo pinto, it's just rice with beans. I think this is something that we eat all over the region in Central America. But yeah, it's such a nice dish. And actually, Costa Rica and Nicaragua, we fight over this because we say, it's mine. And they say, no, it's ours. But it's okay. Then we have, coffee. Our coffee it's also pretty good. You should try it. And the next part, food is not only good because I say it. This year, we had the second place in the Taste Atlas. This is like magazine they're doing, and we got number 2. This is also made of corn. Surprise, surprise. It's kind of like the texture. It's a little bit like curry, but it's made of beef and like corn, water, some other vegetables, and just under Thailand. And I know they have good food. And also something we're really, really proud of is our rum. I know we have been awarded many times. You can see all of the awards we have got, like best rum of the year and world's best rum distillery and that kind of things. So basically, this rum it's been for more than 100 years in the country, and it's made from sugarcane, and the process is made next to the volcano. You see, everything it's done next to a volcano because we have so many. Then, okay, there's the language. I think this is easy. So we know that we speak Spanish. So some phrases, pretty useful phrases, we can learn if you want to go to any part of Central America. So the ni hao, it's just hola. And then saan is buenos días. And adios. I forgot to include gracias, that is xie. Everybody says gracias for everything. Just like, feliz cumpleaños, gracias. It makes no sense, but it's useful. Then something that we are pretty known for, it's our sports. The main one is baseball, and actually, Taiwan competed with Nicaragua a few years ago. It was a pretty great game. I know my dad was there, and he said it was okay. I think we lost, but I promise you we're good. Yeah, and then also box. we have been pretty famous in boxing, and this is a list of all the worldwide competitions we have won, and it's like 15. So it's pretty okay. We feel proud of it, and this is our main representative of boxing. He's called Alexis Arguello. Sadly, he was killed because political motives, but it's okay. We still remember him. And this is the new one. A lot of people said that he's like the new representation of national boxing, which is quite interesting because it is. He has won many competitions, and it's okay. And we also have a lot of female involvement in the everything actually, in sports and also in the workplace. Some interesting fact is that in Nicaragua, the work, like the gap, it's not that big. When you're in a company, 50% of the workers are males and 50% are female. So I think it's quite okay. And then we have some interesting things about where to go. So this is our most colonial city. It's called Granada. Interesting. Because there's also a city in Spain called Granada, and it's like the most colonial city. But it's pretty nice. In this city, there's always foreigners, like always. And also we have this lake that is actually a volcano. So inside of this volcano, there's this lake, and people usually like to go there to for vacation or just a weekend. You can just go there. It's so nice. And also, do you remember? I told you we have this big lake, so big. So this thing in here, this is an island, and this island is made of two volcanoes. And inside of one of these volcanoes, there's another lake. So it's okay. It's interesting. And if you want to hike this one, it's 6 hours up and 6 hours down. So it's a whole day for this. And actually, it's one of these. This is one of the volcanoes in the island, and the other one is in the back. And then, what else? Oh, here, yeah. We also have nice beaches. Yeah. Sorry. You know, when English is not your first language, there are many foreigners that actually go to Nicaragua just for surfing. There's a city that it's only visit for surfing, so it's okay. And then we have a big canyon. This one, there are some touristic tours where people go there and they sit on the like some things to float, and they float all down the river in the canyon. And also, oh, this is the volcano I was telling you about. Just people go there and do the sandboarding, and that's pretty dangerous because this is an active volcano, so at any moment you can just run for your life. But it's fun, you know. You can feel that excitement. And yeah. Oh, and this got me so excited. So excited. Last year we just won Miss Universe. It has been such a great achievement. Like, this is the first woman in Central America to win Miss Universe, and it has been also the first Nicaraguan. And this is awesome because she's doing a great representation of the whole region. But also it's quite sad because due to some political problems we're going through in the country currently, well, she hasn't been able to go back. But still, we hope someday she can go back. And the day that she won the competition, it was maybe 10 p.m. and everybody in the country went to the street to start a parade. And you can see all the videos in Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. In each city, there were long parades. Everybody took their cars and flags and everything. It was crazy. We were celebrating for almost 1 week. And you know, when Latinos celebrate, we celebrate hard. It was a long week. But yeah, and yeah, I think that's all. Thank you. Any questions? Yes?
About the political situation in Nicaragua, do you consider it that right now there are like a dictator?
Of course there is. But you know, as a Nicaraguan, it's also sometimes kind of dangerous to give your political opinion because you never know.
Yeah.
So that's why you might not know. If you ask some locals, they might not want to share too much of this because the repression is quite big, so everybody's scared of this. So yeah, in my opinion, yes, there is. Thank you. Any other question? Yes.
In Nicaragua, which indigenous language do you speak, especially the indigenous population? What languages do they speak?
Actually, we don't have many. Like, I won't say none, but there are some small communities that they still speak Mayan, and also in the Caribbean they speak Creole English, yeah, and they have some small dialects between them, yeah. Something else? Yes.
Are there any climate change challenges?
Sorry.
With climate change, is there any challenges in Nicaragua?
Oof, yes, so many. Recently, this year, on summer, okay, basically in this part of the world, winter is something that doesn't exist. It's just hot, hot, and hotter. And right now, it's getting worse because, you know, the deforestation is something that in Nicaragua is pretty high. We have big forests, and some people just want to go and cut the trees. This is actually an activity that it's, as you might know, okay. As you might know, like drug traffic, wood traffic is a thing, and this is not okay because it affects the country. And in summer, right now, the last thing I knew, we were reaching 42 Celsius degrees. So this is pretty bad, and there's a lot of grandpas dying because it's so hot that they got a cardiac problem. It's like, okay, today's my last day, see you. And yeah, and like when it rains, there are some floods, like not as bad as Bangladesh, but yeah, we get it pretty bad, and it won't cool down. It just make it worse. So it's a problem that I don't know when we're going to get out of this, but I hope soon. Yes. Yes.
About exportation, I know Nicaragua have these street farms. Honest?
Yes.
Yeah, so they used to export it, but after this situation that is your country dealing, they still have this connection to international business and market.
Actually, yes. I was also surprised because the country has been locking itself a little bit. But sometimes I go to Carrefour and I still can see shrimps from Nicaragua. So it's good that we still have it. If you want, go and buy it. They're pretty good. Yeah, and we also export sea cucumbers. Do you know this? Any Taiwanese here? Yes? What's the Chinese for sea cucumber? Haishen? I know Taiwanese love this so much because I've been to Dadaotong, and it's so expensive. Like 1 kilo of this is like 40,000 NTDs. So it's a good product. Yes. Anything else?
I just would like to know like some common phrases in Nicaraguan.
Okay, Nicaraguan slangs. The first one we share a lot with Honduras and also El Salvador and sometimes Costa Rica. Yeah, we call everybody maje. El maje. It's like, hey dude, something like this. We also have the acachimba. This is something that the acachimba. Yeah, sometimes it's funny to listen to Nicaraguans speak because if you learn standard Spanish, you can go there and you understand nothing, like literally nothing. So yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. You have a lot of fun there. Yeah. What else? Anything else? Yes.
What are some of the most important festivities in the
Oh, festivities. Well, each city has its own festivities because as in Central America, we all are mainly Catholics. So our festivities are based on saints. So each city has its own saint. Where I'm from, well, I'm not from this place, but I live there half of my life, so it's half and half. It's called San Jeronimo. So this is a festivity that lasts 3 months. We party for 3 months every weekend, and it's not like clubbing and partying. No, it's like an interesting thing that I actually got involved when I moved to this place. So basically, there are groups like dance groups, and we dance to the national music, to the folklore. So you can form your group. Each woman has a partner, like there are 5 couples. And you practice for months. And you make your, like, you have to buy your costumes or you can ask a lady to do it for you. And then you select one Sunday of the month. And you have to go all around the city dancing. You dance in 32 houses all day long. So this is wild. The first time I did it, I was like, wow, how did I finish all day long dancing for, like, it's crazy, but it's pretty fun and all the city is involved. So for example, if you start your group and you invite all your friends, all your family is coming with you and all your friends are following your dance. So in the city, you can see many people following many dances on like just a random Sunday. And even though you're not invited, you can just go to anyone's house and, hey, is your house having any dance today? And they say, yeah, come. It's pretty welcoming. Yeah. Oh, we also have another one. It's not Halloween, but we celebrate it in a similar date. We take the popular stories and there's a big parade, but it gets wild because people are wearing masks and costumes. Nobody knows who is who. So they start throwing nasty things and doing some tricks. So yeah, it's cool though. It's called the aguizotes. Yes. Anything else?
The national animal?
Guardabarranco. Yo, long word if you're learning Spanish. Guardabarranco. This is pretty similar to El Salvador's bird. It's a bird. And they look the same, but some people that study animals, they say it's not the same. But if you look them, it's the same. So, yeah, we share that. Is that all? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody.